guys, this is AruvaChan, and today I'm going to be doing sort of a Q&A, and I've posted a thing on my Discord asking you guys to ask me questions, and I am gonna do that for you guys. So I know you guys are very fun and very silly, but I am going to skip all of the not serious questions, like, would you hug a killer clown? Like, first one, very not serious. I guess I will answer that one. No, I would not. Well, I have a picture of me hugging a clown. That was a really creepy clown, but normally I would not. If it was a real killer clown, no. But that's besides the point. That's not a serious question. I'm only going to be answering serious questions, or questions that I think I can answer with a serious answer. So, here we go. First question. Could you do a tutorial on shading skin, hair, etc.? I am not actually sure how to make tutorials. I have tried before and I feel like I just can't make something that's coherent. I don't want to make something that you guys have to kind of struggle to understand. I suggest when you're watching my videos and you see me doing the skin and the hair, there's a setting on the YouTube videos that's basically you can slow down the video. I would suggest doing that. You're not going to be able to do that in this one because this is just a line art. But go into the settings and there is a way to slow down people coloring, and you can slow down the video time by, half or whatever you need, and you can sort of observe me. But I can look into doing actual tutorials when I feel a little bit more confident and have a tablet again, because right now I don't have one. Do you have any tips for dynamic poses? Okay, the hardest thing for me when I was growing up was doing posing for my characters, because I would always do the front facing or 3/4 turn pose, or I would just do like a headshot. Or if I did do poses, they were very chunky and they just did not look right. My tip for that would be study animation. And I mean, you don't have to animate stuff, but study, say, Avatar: The Last Airbender has a lot of movement in it, and I know this is what a lot of schools teach you, is draw a pose from Avatar: The Last Airbender or whatever anime you find the most, fun, and, kind of you get started learning that way, because there isn't a lot of areas where you can observe somebody doing something crazy. If you can, that's good. That's very good. You always want to learn from real life, but if you can't, use what you have and learn. You're not always going to have the perfect ability to learn something. And I find that very true with real life. So use the internet. Use the internet and try and learn from that. So you can also do figure drawings. Those won't give you such dynamic poses. They're more I'm standing still and you're drawing me kind of poses. There's a few different websites for that. But I definitely think it's easier than trying to figure out a pose on your own. So if you're definitely looking into drawing more things like that, study animation and do some figure drawings. Do you have anything big for the channel coming up? And how much art do you do in a day? I guess I'll answer these separately. I currently don't have anything big for the channel. That does not mean that I am not working on stuff. I am trying to figure out better ways to talk and better ways to edit my videos so it's more interesting to you guys. And I am constantly trying to think of new ideas and trying to get you guys more immersed and I guess having fun. That's why I created my Discord. I want you guys to have as much fun as I do when I'm doing all of this. But I'm gonna try to do more live streams. I know I say this a lot, but I am gonna try to do a little bit more live streams the next year. And I'm gonna have probably a few more drawing games to play with you guys. I've Uh, I've made a few drawing games with a few friends, and I think that's a lot of fun, and I think I'll bring it to you guys. I think you guys will really like that. Oh, how much art do you do in a day? I try to draw once every day, and I did not used to do this. Back before I was a YouTuber, I did not draw every single day, and I still find myself not drawing every day, but I try to draw something almost every day. And the only reason I'm actually able to do this is because I have friends who are artists who are also drawing every single day, and they sort of inspire me to draw more, and I want to draw more with them. And I feel like when they draw, I want to be right there also drawing, because it's fun when you have friends. So I find myself drawing a lot, and even when I'm alone and I'm not with any of my friends, I still find myself wanting to draw this thing. And I definitely think Inktober helped me with that too. I drew every single day of Inktober, and it was a real struggle, but I did it, and I really just wanted to keep doing it. It felt right after that. Is there a certain YouTuber you look up to? There are a few that I look up to. I am a huge fan of Robin Sealark, and I have been for probably a few years now. She's such a nice person. She's such a, like, she constantly is trying to improve herself, and she's pushing herself to newer, bigger levels that even I think I would be, struggling at. And she takes every day, with pride, and every art mistake that she makes, she continues on. And I feel like a lot of people really don't know how to do that, but she somehow pushed her way through. And I feel like it's not so much inspiring as, like, I guess it's inspiring. It's very inspiring. I want to be like that. She's a role model for me. I want to be able to be the person who continues every day and works every day to be works harder every day to be better and do the stuff that I really just want to be able to do. And she doesn't make it seem easy. She makes it real. And I really like that about her, because she doesn't hide the fact that she's having trouble, and she definitely works every day, and she takes every day one at a time. The other few I watch sparingly. Like, I watch Peter Draws, and I really like his philosophy stuff that he talks about. It's very fun. I like philosophy, and I like thinking, and it's definitely right up my alley. And there's a few that I watch because they are just aesthetically pleasing, and I really like the kind of stuff that they do. But those are, those are probably ones that you've heard, and I can't quite remember at the moment. What's your favorite time of day? And why? This is a very nice question, because I find myself staying up very late, and even today I went to sleep fairly early. Like, I know this is probably not going to sound early, but I went to sleep at like 2 something today, and I woke up at 7, and I had the chance to see the sunrise this morning, which I don't usually get because I don't wake up too early. Like, I wake up at like anywhere from 12 to 2, which is very bad because that's 12 hours of sleep. But I woke up at 7 this morning, and the sun was just coming up, and the sky was bright and red and blue, and it was just beautiful. But I don't know if I would say it's my favorite time of day. I like every kind of day. I know that sounds corny and fake, but I really do. I love when it rains. I love when it's sunny. I love when the light is shiny. I love when it's gloomy, and I love sunrise and sunset. I just love all of it. It's all its own kind of beautiful, and you really got to kind of look at it that way. Like, there is no perfect time of day. It's all just its own kind of thing, and it's Very pretty. What made you become an artist? I think I've talked about this a few times before. When I was in, I guess, elementary school, I sort of prided myself on being able to draw, and like, I remember I had drawn a dog, I believe it was my dog, and I showed it to the kid across from me. And this is the one thing that kickstarted it. It's not the reason that I still draw, but it kickstarted it. This kid who sat across from me in my little art class said it was really good. And then he started to draw something, and he drew the best Garfield that I think my 8-year-old mind had ever seen. And I was blown away by how much better than me he was. And I wanted to be better than that, but I didn't really practice more than just doodle. And I remember going to my cousin's house and seeing her. Her mom's an artist, and she had drawn reindeer, and she had asked me what I thought about them. And I think at that moment I told her, I think I shrugged, like, meh. But on the inside, I was so mad. Like, how is she so much better than me? She's so much younger than me. And like, that made me want to get better. And finally, when I was in middle school, I had friends who had years of drawing experience on me, and they were the ones who, they did anime, and they watched Naruto, and they did, Pokemon OCs. And I remember sitting at the lunch table with them and watching them draw and thinking, gosh, I want to be better than that. I want to do this too. But my art was so bad that I was just learning how to draw on the computer, and all I could do was like the circle heads with like square bodies. And like, I for such a long time, I was surrounded by other artists who were so much better than I was. And it made me want to be better. It made me want to draw better, and it made me want to learn how to draw, and everything sort of fell into place after that. I started to, do fan characters, and then I would draw my friends' characters, and I would go on DeviantArt, and I would look at all of these pictures of all of the anime things that I liked, and I would just be blown away. And I wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was. Like, I know it's like no one ever was. I know it's corny, but it's true. I wanted to be the best, and it's still this to this day. I still want to be the best artist, and I continue to make, strides and improve on my own time. And I definitely think it's a long process, but I've had so much fun doing it. What keeps you motivated when you don't have any motivation? So back before I had any art friends, I would be drawing on my own, and I would be using sort of the words of my family as things to keep going, like words of encouragement. But after a while, the words of encouragement kind of stopped, because my parents were just like, oh, it's another one of your drawings. Or, my friends would be like, oh, another, anime thing. And it was really hard for me to keep drawing that kind of stuff. So I kind of got myself into a rut. And for the longest time, I had a hard time drawing. So I would go onto public drawing websites like Drawpile or iScribble, and I would go into games, and I would play drawing games with other people. And I definitely think it helped me a lot, because it made me draw things that weren't so stressful. Like, instead of drawing a full picture that was entirely anime, I'd be drawing a little teddy bear, and then I would draw a small landscape, and then I would draw a bug that was parachuting. Like, it definitely relaxed my mind a bit and kind of eased myself off of the artist ledge where I just didn't want to do any more art. And I think that really helped me. And I know now that I feel like a lot of the times I have no, motivation to do videos, but I never have any, I never lose the motivation to draw, because I do have friends who I can reach out and say, can we draw something today? Like, I need to be able to draw something, or I'm not going to be able to do it today. And they'll pop right onto Draw Pile and we'll draw something together, and it'll just start from that. Like, we'll draw something small, and then we will, go from there. And it's just basically a Kickstarter. Like, you practice, and then it's right. Like, and I definitely think that helps when you don't have any motivation. Your best thing to do is, either if you feel like you've done all of these things, you need to take a break. You may have burnt yourself out. And taking a break is not a bad thing. Sure, you may, if you don't draw in, 6 months, your skills may go down, and you're probably going to be really sad about that. But if you really need to take a break, like if you're really, really burnt out and you can't draw another thing, take a break. There's no shame in taking a break. This is not a race. Art is not a race. Art is not a challenge. You don't have to finish it by a certain time, and don't let anybody tell you that. You can improve at your own pace, and there's no shame in that. So I definitely think, try and take those tips, and if you have done that and you're just feeling so burnt out, then take a break. What colors do you use most often in your artworks? I would definitely say pinks and yellows. I don't know why, but I feel like a soft pink and a soft yellow look really, really nice together, and it kind of embodies the aesthetic that I really like. The pretty girl kind of colors. I really like those, and I definitely think I'm more inclined to use those. Why did you choose your channel name? Or how did you choose your channel name? Okay, so my channel name's AruvaChan, and I know a lot of people think that I'm AruvaChan because that's what I say in all my videos, but the reality of it is I had an OC way back when I was like 13, and her name was Aruva, and I loved Japanese culture so much. I was such a weeb that I was like, AruvaChan, like, I love it. And that's basically how I came up with the username, or my name, and it's all from that. What's your favorite thing or character to draw? I think I really like drawing cats. And they're just so easy to draw, it's like a circle head and like a little peanut body, and then the little legs, and it's done. Like, it's very simple, very easy, and I definitely think it's the most fun. Sometimes I just draw, bunnies or nonsense stuff, but it's all very easy. It's very easy, and I think that's the kind of stuff that I like to draw. Ooh. What made you do the final push to post on YouTube? And what made you start doing commentary? Okay, so this is gonna be my last question. I had started posting on YouTube because my friends were posting on YouTube. And the push to do commentary, I'm not sure what was the final straw. I needed to put something out there, and I needed to kind of explain myself. So I made a video that I thought, I was tired of hearing stuff about this, and I hadn't seen any videos on it, and I was really mad, with this person, and I went from there. But I definitely think I had watched a few videos, and there's an idea in my head that said, if you love something, you should put it out into the world. And I had a very passionate moment, and I figured, even if people don't like this, I'll put it out there. But it worked, and I'm really happy with that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are interested in this line art, please look at the links down in the description. I am going to be putting more line art up in my Discord, and if you would like to use them, please link them back to me. I will always look at them. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please like or leave a like, and if you like me, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Bye!